Alright guys, so I wasn't gonna get up at 5 in the morning to watch the the Genshin 4.7 live stream, but I do want to take a look. I have no idea what's in it. I'm sure some of the stuff that's been in the leaks Reddit is contained in it, but let's go ahead and jump in and see what this is all about.
He comes and goes without leaving a trace, only appearing at the most critical moments. He's highly knowledgeable, and he likes to share his observations with others. She has a cold and stern exterior, and her spotless battle record has earned
Looks
her
happy
renown
there.
throughout Fontaine. She
Oh,
is
Lord.
an unusual-looking Melusine with an equally unique perspective on the world.
So her half-human appearance is in lore, like it's in canon. Okay, so that's not just people's crazy theories.
And now, their voice actors have all gathered here today to deliver the version 4.7 special program!
I can't believe we're actually all here.
Lord, what do you guys think of that
Hello,
reaction?
travelers. My name is Zach Aguilar, and I voice the male traveler. Today, our hosts for the special program include...
Hello, everybody. I'm Yuri Lowenthal, the voice of Dainsleif. You may know me from all those new character intro videos.
And a lot of other
occasionally
games and
dropping
anime.
more on y'all.
And I'm Sarah Williams, the voice of the head nurse at the Fortress of Maripede.
Wow, her normal voice is crazy.
There, keeping everybody
Well, not crazy,
all
but it's so
healthy
much
and
different
nice
from
and
her character
making sure
voice.
everybody feels good.
So normal.
And hey everyone, I'm Crystal Lee, the voice of Fontaine's champion duelist, Clorinde.
Okay, she sounds pretty close though, like in terms of the
All
depth.
right, nice. So we've got a traveler, a man of mystery, a duelist, and a healer. I think it's the perfect adventuring party. What a wild coincidence, you guys. I just received an invitational letter to a new domain.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
not a
imagine that.
coincidence.
Okay, what's the new domain?
Where did that come
That's
from?
just destiny.
Yeah, definitely. You know, this new domain seems to be right behind us, but in order to complete the challenge, we'll need to tackle several missions first.
Well, then what are we waiting for? Let's do this.
Oh Lord. Yeah, sometimes the reactions are a little
Traveler?
bit cringe.
Would you join us and play Marechaussee Hunter?
Like they sound
Judgment
too fake and scripted, but what can you do, man? You can't. It's not the voice actor's
The real
fault.
history of the Marechaussee Hunters. You all will play the role of hunters from.
Okay, so
a
wasn't
bygone
this the
era and
trailer?
resolve a series of events
Okay.
unfolding in the capital.
So I just watched the trailer and the animated short, so I'm basically rewatching this again. I might fast forward through it
Habits are customs I've adopted from
or
the
just watch it
Marechaussee
again
hunter tradition.
and get super
They
hyped
fought against monsters.
to
While I fight against
spend all my money on
For when I
Clorinde and
draw
her
my
weapon.
blade, I am but an
And
instrument
Sigewinne and her
Fontaine's
weapon.
law.
Oh my lord. God, she looks so cool though, and she just looks like a fencer. And it'll be so awesome having another sword mommy, you know, another tall adult female that uses a sword other than Jean.
says that every page of a storybook is a segment of the present. So vast and mysterious. There must be quite a
Sethos.
story
Okay, I'm not
behind this
honestly.
place.
I already mentioned this in my other reaction, but I'm not super pumped about him.
Let's never stop hoping for victory. Way ahead of you.
Looks like he'll be an electro bow hunter though, or bow user.
Move or be moved.
So he might have an interesting kit.
That's your fighting ability, of course. It's just
We'll see what they do with it to differentiate him from Fischl.
Never imagined.
Oh no, I can't wait for Sigewinne
If it
though.
hurts,
Jeez.
Just let me know.
I just hope she uses the gun, you know.
Let's blow bubbles.
Oh, there we go. Okay, she uses the gun to blow the bubbles. Got it. So is that her skill, I'm guessing? And then that's her burst?
Just relax.
A strange disease, one I suspect that every Fontanian suffers from.
But they don't trust me at all. Do you really think it matters
Man.
whether I'm Melusine or a human?
I don't believe Master would suddenly disappear for no reason.
For some reason, okay, so I reacted to this
Had to do.
on its own too, and whenever that part comes up, like I get
The
chills.
shrouded sun. At last, they no longer needed to dwell on their suffering or try to differentiate between various thoughts of blasphemy. Such was the price they paid.
This part too
and
is
thus
kind of like
their
spooky.
souls became cleansed and pure.
The way he's holding his sword. He must be a real Marechaussee hunter.
I wonder if we're building up
That's why you have a human appearance.
to a cure for like the hilly curse, you know,
Quite the gamble.
at some point in the main story.
That I am the one walking into a trap.
And that sword, dang man.
I shall have my vengeance.
That way, Captain Dainsleif could accomplish his own goal
Captain Dainsleif.
The Loom of Fate has already been completed.
What is he the captain of? I'm sure he mentioned it at some point and I just forgot.
Traveler, let me ask you this. Do you believe your sibling to have betrayed you?
Dang. I like where they're going with this though, because it's like, it's both meta and in lore, you know, like you could pick one of each of the different twins and you're like building up to meeting with them again, you know. So it'll be interesting what that culminates in. All right, there we go.
Oh, it looks like our first mission is here.
Assemble your team.
Assemble your team. Oh, I get it. Our first mission is to introduce the new characters. All right, this is getting exciting.
All right, I want to see what their kits are.
Well, how about we start off by introducing Fontaine's strongest champion duelist, Clorinde.
You would say that.
It's true. In my role as champion duelist.
Oh my gosh. Oh lord, that's getting me so hyped.
When I draw my blade, I am but an instrument of Fontaine's law.
Gosh. There's an anime that's reminding me. I don't know if it's Revolutionary Girl Utena or there's an anime where there's like a girl who has a rapier like that. Or it might be from Ray Earth or something like that. Alright, there's probably nobody watching who knows any of what I'm talking about right now. Those are like 90s animes.
Wow.
She looks dope though, man. Oh my gosh.
So good. That ultimate is so cool.
Vanquisher of
Actually
Phantoms.
has a really interesting origin.
Vigil of the
She
Long
inherited
Night.
it from the Marechaussee Hunters.
Ooh, the Hunters from the Artifact set.
Mm.
The Marechaussee Hunters were an organization that defeated monsters and upheld justice from the shadows. I think the group's name has also been mentioned in some of Fontaine's historical records.
Exactly. The Marechaussee Hunters have a long history. To modern-day Fontainians, they're nothing more than an old legend from novels and plays, but for Clorinde, the Marechaussee Hunters' legacy is really real. If travelers want to learn more about the Marechaussee Hunters, then be sure to check out Clorinde's story quest in the new version.
Oh man, we're gonna get her story quest? Oh lord.
Perfect, then let's get into her combat
I'm gonna jump
abilities.
right into that.
Clorinde is categorized as
Okay,
an
let's see.
electro sword user, but
Fires
she actually
pistolette
uses both a
shots
sword and a pistolet
and increases
to attack
bond
her
of
enemies
life.
during
Okay.
combat. Now, her normal attack deals physical damage by performing up to 5 consecutive strikes. During her charged attack, Clorinde uses her pistolet to target enemies in a V-shape in front of her. Also, Clorinde has developed a special ritual over the years. She always polishes her weapon before each duel.
That is so dignified of her.
I know, right?
God, she's so
Kind of
cool.
Adorable. Even the champion duelist
Adorable.
Fontaine has a cute side, huh?
Aw.
Sarah is starting to sound just like Sigewinne.
Oh my
Though
god.
it's probably a meaningful ritual for Clorinde, right?
That's exactly right. It's a habit that helps Clorinde focus on the opponent in front of her.
Okay.
In fact, Clorinde's elemental skill,
Oh my god, her
Hunter's
animations look
Vigil,
so
is an
cool, like
ability
those
that
fencer
demonstrates how potent
animations.
she can be when she's focused.
Oh my
Check
god,
this
like
out.
look how fast she
During combat,
is.
Unleashing Clorinde's
Gee,
elemental
she reminds me of
skill
an
will cause her to enter
Electro-Sealy.
the night vigil state. During this state, Clorinde can unleash 2 different types of special attacks. Her normal attacks will be converted into swift hunt pistolet attacks, and her elemental
Damn,
skill
okay,
will
that
be
looks
converted
cool.
into a lunging attack, impale the knight.
Huh.
Damn.
Looks like Clorinde gains a bond of life during her elemental skill. Does the skill have any additional effects?
Oh, good perception on those eyes. Those swift hunt pistolet attacks increase Clorinde's bond of life.
Yeah, I don't know
And
if I
her
like the
lunging
bond of
attack,
life
impale
mechanics,
the
to be
knight,
honest.
will
Like,
clear the bond of life.
when playing Arlecchino and stuff,
He likes
it's...
to bond with one hand.
I don't know, it just
and
adds like
clears with
another
the other.
complication,
That's a
but...
really good explanation.
I guess we need an extra
Clorinde's special
challenge
attacks have
and an
different
extra
effects
dimension of
depending on the value of her
gameplay.
bond of life. So when her bond of life is
For the end game, you know?
relatively low, her swift hunt pistolet attacks have a piercing
God, no wonder people are
effect, and
comparing
they
her
deal
to,
layer damage.
like, Revy from Black
But when her
Lagoon.
bond of life is
Like, the way she's
relatively
holding the
high, her
gun and
lunging
everything.
Attack, Impale the Knight has a greater AoE. And
Damn, it looks
deals higher
so
damage.
cool, though.
Ah,
Like,
gotcha, I get it. So, Clorinde is meant to use her pistolet to accumulate a bond of life and then use her sword to clear it once it reaches a certain amount. And that way, both attacks benefit each other.
So it sounds
Bingo!
pretty similar to
You should remember
Arlecchino.
the effect of one of Clorinde's unique talents. So when she's in the night vigil state, any healing other than the one provided by her lunging attack, Impale the Knight, will be converted into a bond of life. This
interesting.
unique talent allows different healing effects to alter the pacing of Clorinde's gameplay.
Oh,
so
okay.
travelers can experiment with a variety of different tactical combinations.
That's cool.
Also, although Clorinde is most renowned as a champion duelist, she has never forgotten her identity as a Marishose hunter. So, during her elemental burst, Last Lightfall, Clorinde draws on her
that looks
Marishose hunter
badass.
heritage to unleash an ancient skill that empowers mortals to fight deadly monsters. This ability allows her to swiftly evade enemy attacks and strike her opponents.
I wonder if she'll be able to be healed by other characters or only with her skill, you know, like Arlecchino.
So cool. But
Well, Arlecchino's from the burst, but you know what I mean.
Monsters. Is it really okay for her to use it in a regular duel?
Good point.
Corny.
I think Clorinde just has to adjust the amount of force that she puts behind those blows.
That makes sense.
That's what she used on Navia's
Clorinde
dad,
can draw on
right?
the strength of her companions after unlocking
Oh
her
my
passive
gosh.
talent, Dark Shattering Flame. Man, that sounds cool.
Even her normal,
So,
like,
when a nearby party member triggers an
non-enhanced
electro-related
animations
reaction,
look
the
cool.
electro damage dealt by her normal attack and her elemental burst will increase based on her attack value. Though, no,
okay.
there is a ceiling to the damage bonus that she can gain from this effect. Clorinde also has another passive talent called Lawful Remuneration. If her Bond of Life is greater than or equal to a certain percentage, then a change in her Bond of Life value will increase her crit rate. That's right. And while she's in the Night Vigil state, the percentage of healing converted into a Bond of Life will increase.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, if I'm being honest, guys, I'm gonna forget all of that. Like, I'm probably gonna have to look up a guide after she's released to see the best way to play her, you know?
Clorinde can reveal the locations of Fontaine regional resources on the minimap.
Okay, so she can
awesome.
track resources.
I'm sure
That's
the
a nice little
travelers will be eager
bonus.
to use her to uncover treasure, defeat monsters, and
But yeah, I
forge
hate keeping track of all those like
justice.
Bond of
Not
Life mechanics and
necessarily in
stuff.
that
Like
order.
all that stuff just goes over my head
Clorinde
sometimes.
is usually pretty stern and composed as a champion duelist, but
Okay,
I
but-
wonder how she unwinds. Like, does
Ow.
she have any hobbies? I'm sure that she has some interest outside of work. I mean, she's always accepting cosmetic products from Sigewinne and making sure
Okay.
to return the favor because she's sweet.
Aww.
So she's kind of like Dia. She likes makeup and stuff outside of, you know,
tabletop troupe during
killing
her off
people.
hours. So in version 4.7,
I think they could have done something a little more interesting.
More about the Marishose hunters during her story quest, the Raparia chapter. They'll also get to join Clorinde on a
Raparia.
very special tabletop troupe adventure. Woo! I love TTRPGs so much.
Ooh, I know, I'm so excited.
Yeah. And with all of that, that is all the information that I have to share about Clorinde. So, next up, let's introduce our adorable little Sigewinne.
Okay, let's see. God, are they gonna be the same?
Hold on. We gotta look at her demo first.
Yes.
They're gonna be in different halves of the patch, right?
You gotta take care of it.
Yeah, it has to be that way.
Take care of your mind.
If they were both at the same time, I would be screwed, guys.
Hold still.
Okay, the way that skill is working kind of reminds me of Charlotte and like Nahida a little bit. You know, like you hold it down and scan the enemies. God, that looks so cool. She's like a magical girl, like literally. Oh my god, I can't wait to get her.
Real.
Wow.
I love her pills so
Cuteness
much.
overload.
Bubble has ears on it.
Honestly though, if it weren't
Ride
for
around on a bubble like that. She's
the Archon quest and how she was behaving,
Yeah, with the bubble
like I wouldn't
gun
like
and
her
the
as much. I
giant
like that she's kind of sneaky, you know, and like
Those bubbles are
mischievous,
so big.
or some would say
That's
sociopathic,
really,
you know.
really fun. I know, but if that's the syringe she
Bubble
uses on her
gun.
patients, I can see why they might be nervous about getting sick.
Oh, for sure.
Sometimes you gotta take your medicine. And since she's the head nurse at the Fortress of Maripede, Sigewinne wants everyone to stay healthy. She believes that taking care of your body is the most important goal.
Even if it
But
means
she
eating
often
purple
encounters
meat.
People who overwork themselves in the production zone,
Oh,
so
man.
she always tries to sneak them healthy meals, but she doesn't think that's a substitute for some proper rest.
Oh. Take a page out of her book.
Yeah, seems like you'll need to be well fed and well rested if you want to keep up with Sigewinne.
For sure. She seems like such a caring and attentive person. But then what's she like when she fights?
Well,
Let's see.
Sigewinne is a hydro bow user. Her
Okay.
normal attack unleashes up to 3 consecutive attacks.
Bolstering
During
bubble
the second
bomb.
and third attack, Sigewinne takes out a pill and tosses it at her.
God, is he
opponent.
I saw
Dr.
that in the
Mario
demo.
or
It's like
something?
she's literally telling her opponents to take their medicine.
Look at the size
That's
of that thing.
funny.
She can make aimed shots using her charged
God,
attack.
look at her
Once
bow with the
shot
little
is
heart
held
on
and fully
it.
charged,
Oh my gosh.
Sigewinne's bow will fire slow-moving ministration bubbles, dealing hydro damage to her target.
Weird,
Just make
okay.
sure not to release
That's
her
her
arrow.
charge attack?
Oh, And also, Sigewinne uses a specially made bubble gun to fire a giant bolstering bubble bomb during her elemental skill, Rebound Hydrotherapy.
Oh, so it restores her HP based on her max HP.
Dealing hydro damage to anyone it touches and restoring HP to all nearby party members, well, except for Sigewinne herself. Sigewinne will be healed a certain amount of health when the bolstering bubble bomb disappears, which is based on her max HP.
Bolstering bubble bomb. Say that 3 times fast.
Oh, please don't make me.
The only thing that's a little disappointing is that we have another, small female who's a healer, and almost all of them are healers already, right? Except like Nahida.
The longer you hold her elemental skill, the larger the bubble grows. Once the projectile is released, it will gradually decrease in size as it bounces
Okay, her
around.
gameplay looks really fun though, just as far as like novelty goes.
And if a large bubble hits a weaker enemy, they'll be trapped inside.
Whoa.
Guys, it's like she's trapping them in a cage of kindness.
Like the hydro
You could tell
God,
she
that's
cares, but
corny.
her bedside manner is so strong.
Hey, wait a second. Are those the orbs that Nivelette drops? It looks like Sigewinne creates 2 source water droplets when she fires a bubble. And it looks like she gains a bond of life when she touches them. How does that
gosh.
I can explain that as well. Since she has training as a nurse, Sigewinne understands how to make the most of a dire situation.
More mechanics
Her
make my head
elemental skill
explode,
creates source water droplets. And Sigewinne can give herself a bond of life by absorbing them. When that bond of life is cleared, Sigewinne can regain some elemental energy based on the value of the bond of life.
Okay, so it helps her recharge her energy.
So Sigewinne's healing can nullify her bond of life, and she can restore energy for herself.
Nice.
That's right. While the bond of life is hazardous to most people, it can actually be
floating with the
perceived
bubble
as a real
on her gun.
advantage for Sigewinne. After she unlocks her
Yeah, it
talent,
looks like she's gonna be in
diagnosis
synergy
or
with
treatment,
Nivelette though.
Sigewinne's healing will be increased based on the total bond of life values across all the characters in her party.
Oh, thank goodness. Sounds like a Melusine can make the bond of life.
I know a lot
less
of people
scary.
love Nivelette, but
After using her elemental burst, and
he's not
absorbing
my
nearby
kind of
source
character.
water
I still haven't pulled
droplets,
for
Sigewinne
him.
will use the syringe to spray enemies in front of her. This attack deals
That looks cool.
continuous hydro damage.
Wait, that's so cute. Even her attacks are a form of medical
A
treatment.
huge syringe.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see what
She
teams,
just wants
she
everyone to
works
be
best
as
with.
healthy as possible.
Yeah, right? Sigewinne wants every patient to get a proper amount of rest. After unlocking her passive talent requires appropriate rest, unleashing her elemental skill.
It looks like they're
also
using her with
trigger a
Farina and with
semi-strict bed
Nivelette.
rest effect.
Oh.
This effect will grant her a hydro damage bonus.
I don't know,
and
but a healer
several
can
stacks
slot
of
in pretty
convalescence.
easily into most teams,
When
right?
non-active characters deal damage with their off-field elemental skills, Sigewinne can consume a stack of convalescence to increase that elemental skill damage.
So she has a
I like
buff
that's only
too.
semi-strict.
Okay.
It's like, not super strict, because she couldn't be super strict.
God, these guys.
Wow, so it seems like the bond of life mechanic is pretty integral to both Sigewinne and Clorinde's
Looks like they're making it integral to a lot of
Sure
the
was a lot of
Fontaine
information, though.
characters.
Oh, yeah.
I can't wait to
But
see
I
these
honestly,
abilities in
like,
action.
And
When I'm
travelers
using the
won't
character
just be
without
limited
being
to the
used to it, like when
playstyles
they're
they've
new,
seen
like
here,
those
right?
mechanics
As
just
I
fly over
understand
my
it,
head.
The mechanics leave a lot of room for open experimentation.
Yeah.
Right.
And outside of combat, Melusines are very connected to the ocean, so Sigewinne always takes care of her companions during underwater exploration. Sigewinne is especially helpful when her friends are endangered by underwater enemies.
What does she
She
do?
can use her emergency dose talent to continuously restore HP to her party member for a period of time. Unfortunately, doing so will lower all of their elemental and physical resistances.
Okay.
There's always a price.
Cool.
Yeah, especially with
That sounds like a
Fontaine
skill that would come
characters,
in handy,
right?
though. Sigewinne is always looking out for us. Thanks, head nurse.
How much you want to bet people are going to use like
Oh, and
Nivelette and Sigewinne to do Abyss? You know, like just those two on a team. People are already soloing with Nivelette, so I wouldn't be surprised.
Well, I think her
But it feels like they
appearance and her
made them
interests
specifically to
definitely stand out.
synergize with each
Ignore
other.
The tail and the feelers on her head, then she actually doesn't look that different from a human child.
Right.
How could you ignore those?
Right. Well, true and fair. But also, she's interested in beauty, and she knows a lot about skincare, and she actually even contributes to the most famous beauty magazine in Fontaine.
I
Really?
know that.
Oh, and her medical knowledge.
Wondrous
We haven't
Dragon
encountered any
Heir.
other Melusines who give
Interesting.
medical treatment to humans. And Sigewinne seems to care the most about the people of Fontaine.
And she's also one of the few Melusines who work in the Fortress of Meripede, right?
Right.
I mean, generally speaking, not many people are willing to treat criminals. I mean, not even a Melusine's open-mindedness usually goes that far, right?
Oh my gosh.
Sigewinne's does. You're all bringing up great points. Don't you think that Sigewinne's differences from the other Melazines make her seem more unique and approachable at the same time? In the Neri chapter, travelers will have the chance
to learn more
about the background of this very special Melazine in her personal story quest.
And find out why she's half human, right?
That's awesome. Hey, speaking of story quests...
Oh god, here we go,
Travelers
Sethos again.
A mysterious youngster last version.
Oh?
Sometime during Cyno's story quest. Well, travelers will now have the opportunity to add him to their parties. He recently left the desert, and he's eager to travel around. So, Zach, why don't you introduce him?
Go, Zach.
Oh, me? Okay then. Let's take a look at Sethos' demo.
Alright, let's
If
see
you're
it.
always asking why, you end up thinking yourself into a corner.
Is that a flask?
Sometimes it's
Okay.
better to let go.
It's a cool looking flask.
Give me some space.
I'm curious about his kit, because, like, you know, we have Fischl, we have Kujasara. Like, how are they going to differentiate him, you know, as an electro bow user? That hourglass reminds me of, like, Farazan's skill a little bit.
His design is so cool.
He looks amazing.
Yeah, the clothes and the hair, I love it.
Right?
Sethos didn't just get power and wisdom from his desert heritage, he's also talented in archery. Sethos has always loved hiking, and he has a great sense of direction.
In the
Whether
story
he's
quest,
exploring
though,
the
for
deserts
Cyno,
or
he
the
was fighting him with a
rainforest, he knows
spear.
the roads like the back of his hand.
And it looked like a
And
unique
he always
spear,
knows where to
so...
find the best regional specialties. Yeah, you probably know where this is going, but I'll say it anyway. When Sethos is in your team, he'll reveal the location of Sumero regional specialties on the
Pretty
map.
typical.
Cool.
You always need, like,
Wait,
a
so
few
I'm
characters
curious.
who can
He's
do
lived
that.
in a remote desert for his entire life, and he carries the weight of such an ancient legacy. To me, it seems like someone with that kind of upbringing would either be, like, really introverted or just super arrogant, but Sethos doesn't seem like that at all.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Sethos is a very open-minded and cheerful person. As the successor to the mysterious Temple of Silence, he had more educational opportunities.
His
than other
energy
people who
during the
lived in
Cyno
Sumero's
quest
desert.
reminded me a little
His
bit of
responsibilities drive him to learn
Gaming a
about
little
other
bit, you know,
people and places.
in terms of his, like,
He has
his
a very
personality and, like, his
open mind,
energy,
and he
you
tries
know.
to be optimistic. In fact, his personality is a huge help in getting along with other people.
So wait, that sounds like... are you saying he's a social butterfly?
Oh my gosh.
I guess. He's a pretty busy guy, and he lives a pretty varied lifestyle. And he's around the same age as the General Mahamatra Cyno. He occasionally visits the academia, he's always trying to make friends in Sumeru City, and he enjoys browsing goods at the Grand Bazaar.
Okay.
But we've already talked a lot about his hobbies. Let's move on to what he can do in combat.
I want to hear one of these characters have, like,
Sethos'
really
aim shot
weird
is a
hobbies or
special
something, you
variant
know?
when
Like, so
charged
far
to
these
level 2.
hobbies are kind of, like,
He can't move when his attack
expected,
is charged to
right?
its second level, but it allows
pretty
him to fire
vanilla.
a powerful shadow-piercing
Like, just
shot
make
that
somebody,
can
like,
pierce
a
enemies,
freak,
dealing
right?
electro
Like,
damage to
make
targets
somebody
in its
really
path.
weird in the closet or something.
Sethos' talent, Black Kite's Enigma, can
Oh my
decrease the
gosh.
charging time of his aim shot by consuming elemental energy. Some elemental energy will also be consumed after releasing the shot.
Nice.
Ooh, useful.
Yeah,
So it
and
can
also I
penetrate
noticed his
through
aim shots
enemies
take a
on the
really
same
long
path?
time to charge. So I think that means players need to store up elemental energy to fire the shadow-piercing shot faster, right?
Okay.
Hey, wait a minute. I feel like this is the first Genshin Impact character who actually consumes elemental energy while firing
Right,
shots.
on charge shots.
You're right
yeah.
on.
Hey.
That's why Sethos has an elemental skill that helps him restore elemental energy. It's an
interesting.
ancient ritual that deals AoE electro damage, and it also restores
Okay, yeah, see,
elemental
the way
energy
that
whenever a hit on an enemy triggers
Goes
an
down
overload,
reminds me of Farazan's
electrocharge,
skill a little bit. I mean, just the way it's aimed, you know?
Quicken,
Yeah.
aggravate, or hyperbloom reaction.
That's a lot.
But travelers also have another
Okay, so it
option
looks
for
sounds like he has,
firing
like,
powerful
Dendro's
shots.
synergy.
By unleashing his elemental burst, Sethos will perform an ancient ritual that was passed down from King Deshret's era.
Okay.
He will enter the twilight meditation state, converting his normal attacks to enemy-piercing dusk bolts that deal increased damage based on his elemental mastery.
It looks fun.
That's cool. That sounds like a mini version of the
Kind of sounds like
shadow
Yoimiya a
piercing
little
shot,
bit, right? Like
only
an
it doesn't
electro
take as much time
Yoimiya
to
kind
fire.
of.
Useful. Okay, also it seems like the records of King Deshret have a lot of
Oh, that's on his
powerful abilities,
burst, not his
so,
skill.
Between you and me, does that mean Sethos has mastered other mysterious rituals and techniques?
Of course! I'm sure that the Temple of Silence has a whole archive of secrets. One of his other talents will also increase the damage dealt by a shadow-piercing shot for a period of time based on his elemental mastery.
Okay, Hey, all right. Sounds like the Temple of Silence is a real impressive legacy.
No kidding.
So many ancient rituals.
Sethos is definitely a talented fighter who can make full use of his martial heritage. He's similar to Clorinde in that
I don't know. What do you
sense.
guys think? Are you excited about Sethos?
Oh, wow.
It's hard to get
We
excited
finished
for
the
certain
first mission.
4-stars, you know?
Nice. I wonder what the next one's gonna be.
Unless you really like them in the story or something.
It looks like we'll have to uncover hidden secrets in our next mission.
Look at that dessert or whatever, that drink that she's
Well, I
drinking.
mean, secrets are kind of your area of expertise.
So cute.
All your character does is speak in riddles.
Speak plainly, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good point. Okay, well,
Horny
I
again.
guess I'm the only one who can shed some light on the hidden secrets.
Oh, here he goes.
So here we go. Archon Quest Chapter 4, Act 6.
Oh,
Bedtime
man, I can't
Story
wait to
will
do
become
this.
Available in version 4.7. Travelers will finally reunite with Dainsleif, who will share more information about Conria's past.
Ooh.
That's what you guys were waiting for, right?
Yeah. And
Yeah, I like Clorinde's voice
got to break
actress's
out my voice acting skills for this
ad-libbing.
batch, you guys.
Oh my gosh, words come out of your mouth.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh my
This
gosh.
time, Ether and Lumine will get to meet face to face.
Again?
And based on what we heard in the trailer, it seems like the Loom of Fate is now complete. So travelers can look forward to learning more about Kari
Oh,
Bear
man.
in this
We
quest.
can't.
No
reveal
spoilers.
everything right now, okay?
Oh,
Some
man, that's
secrets
funny.
For me.
His face.
These are important secrets that travelers should uncover for themselves.
Oh, okay,
We can
okay.
call off the snipers. Call off the snipers.
Right? I know, I get it that
Damn, I
everyone's
can't wait to
barely
see how
contain their
what's gonna
excitement.
happen when they
So,
meet.
I will throw you a bone. To help tide you over until the next update, I'll be sharing a special surprise with y'all.
What's that?
What is it?
Come
Oh, I
on.
love surprises. It is.
You'll know very soon, I promise. But first,
Oh my
we need to
gosh.
introduce the event wishes.
Ooh,
Okay?
okay.
So,
All
in
right,
the
let's
first
see.
phase of version 4.7,
Who we got?
Clorinde and I'll hate
Oh,
them will be
Clorinde and I'll hate
featured
them,
in the
okay.
event wishes.
Who's Sethos?
Yeah. Sethos will be the new 4-star unit
Okay.
that appears on this event wish banner. And in the second phase of the version,
Sigewinne with who?
travelers can look forward to
Farina.
event
Okay.
wishes from
All right.
Sigewinne and Farina. And because there's never enough, a new 5-star sword.
Oh,
Absolution,
man, I'm
and
gonna
a
see.
new
This is where I'm
5-star
gonna go broke, guys, on this
Silver
stuff.
Shower heartstrings will also be featured on their
Gosh.
respective weapon banners.
They look so good.
Yeah, that's especially like the sword. I like the bow too. Like that
Okay,
looks like
okay.
a
I've
straight
made y'all
up.
wait long
I keep
enough.
saying it, but it's like a magical
bring out
girl
the
weapon.
surprise.
I hope everyone enjoys it.
All right, what's the surprise, Dane? Oh, it's this. So I already watched this. I'm probably gonna skip past this because I already watched this and did another reaction to it. That's the thing I like about reacting to this not live. I could like skip past the parts. You
Welcome
know?
back, travelers.
Hey.
I think it's about time we introduce this domain behind us.
Yes, bring on the challenge. I'm so ready.
Dun dun
You
dun.
sound ready. The location of this challenge seems pretty intriguing. Paimon and the Traveler discovered a secret
this looks
room
cool.
within the Mondstadt Library. And
Oh,
they've received
man.
an
Is
invitation
this the new
to
Abyss?
participate in a mysterious performance.
Oh, I love secret rooms in libraries. I've always wanted one. So that's right, the all-new event, Imaginarium Theater, will become available in version 4.7 for travelers who are adventure rank 35 or higher.
Nice. Wait, so this is a library? Wow.
The coolest
So this is a
I know,
library.
it looks a lot different from what I imagined. It's huge.
Oh my
It
gosh.
looks more like a magic castle.
Kind of reminds me of
Right?
Beauty and the Beast a little
I
bit.
would live there.
Please.
So travelers will encounter a concierge in the area who calls himself
Concierge.
Wolfie. I know, he's so cute. Wolfie.
God.
They'll reveal that this
How much
room
you wanna
was
bet people are
created
gonna try
by a
to sell
mage,
plushies
and
of
that
Wolfie?
He's waiting for a guest to take the stage. He is
Okay,
also
he does
a
look
poet.
funny though.
That guest will hopefully put on a magnificent performance by becoming the main character of the mage's story.
Bring on
Oh,
that main
man.
character energy.
Ooh. After arriving in this room, travelers just need to interact with this strange book in order to participate in the Imaginarium Theater.
So I'm really
challenge.
interested in
Wow,
this.
that was fast.
Yeah, see,
But what kind of challenge is it?
Oh, let me tell you.
I heard this was the new
Imaginarium Theater
endgame
contains
content.
a series of combat challenges with different battle conditions. Now, only characters who wield specific elemental types will be allowed to participate. So travelers will have to select characters who meet the requirements of the challenge.
Oh, I get it. But what if we don't have enough characters?
Oh,
in
they're
our
going to
roster
allow you
who
to use
meet the
trial
requirements?
characters, though. Okay.
Good thinking, but you won't have to worry about that. Because first off, 6 characters will be designated as the initial lineup for each challenge. Trial characters will be provided for travelers that are missing any of those characters. And travelers can also invite special guest characters to participate in the challenges.
I like your
that aren't
ad-libbing.
restricted by the event requirements. In addition, travelers can also designate a certain number of characters as supports for their friends. They can also select their friends supporting characters to join their own.
That's kind of like in HSR, Honkai Star Rail.
Right? Friends. Who would say no to more friends?
Support each other in staged combat.
Friends helping each other. And during the current challenge period, those 6 designated characters who make the initial lineup will gain fantastical blessings. This will grant them buffs that remain potent even outside of the imaginary.
This should be
theater
interesting.
challenge.
Wait. So you're saying those buffs aren't just active during the challenge itself?
Yes!
Wow.
You're kidding.
Oh, they're gonna get it outside of the imaginary?
Super powerful.
Oh, super powerful. And I know that everyone's probably wondering why it looked like we had to select so many characters just now, but characters will consume vigor while participating in imaginary theater combat challenges. So when a character's vigor is fully depleted,
that's like an added
they will no
limitation.
longer be able to fight, and you will have to replace them with a new character.
Time for some R&R.
I get it. So when you select your characters, you have to pay attention to how well they work together.
Yes.
And also how well they can fill in for each other.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know. This reminds me of, like, you know,
that not all selected characters will immediately appear in your team.
a combat event challenge more than Spiral Abyss, but we'll see.
They can formally be added to your team at the end of an Imaginarium Theater battle, or when you encounter certain special events.
Cool. So assembling your team is part of the challenge.
Yes, which makes it even more fun. But let me explain a little more about the special events that I mentioned. Travelers can choose to spend Fantasia flowers to trigger events during the
Fantasia?
story. Now, some events will unlock certain characters for battle, and others may trigger certain perils.
Interesting.
Boom. So travelers will have to choose very carefully.
So at least that's an added dimension of challenge and variation to the
rewards by
to the event, or not event, but the
finalizing
challenge.
their performance results. The first time they complete a challenge, travelers will also receive a debut performance gift.
Ooh, presents.
Travelers who feel particularly confident can try to attain the Star Challenge condition during each stage. They'll be able to obtain different levels of performance medals. That
So this is kind of reminding me of, like,
of the challenge.
Memory of
These
Chaos
medals
or
can be
whatever it's called in
displayed on their
HSR.
profile.
Go ahead and show off.
And that's not all, right? Travelers can also obtain toy medals during this event.
Toy
which they
medals?
can exchange with Wolfie the Concierge. In
For?
return, travelers
he
will
have?
receive special poses for their characters.
Oh,
when taking
cool. Okay, that's kind of nice.
Travelers will be able to take
Damn,
all
okay,
sorts
now
of
I'm getting a little bit
cool
pumped.
pictures. I am
Oh, for
excited
poses,
to see
right?
Poses.
So hyped.
Oh, man, but that looks cool,
And
though.
also, more poses will be added whenever Imaginarium Theater is updated.
And I'm glad they're finally adding these, you
Finally,
know,
each performance in the Imaginarium
instead of
Theater
just
has
those
several
default
difficulty
poses
levels,
for everybody.
And each one has a different number of challenges. Higher difficulty levels will yield even better rewards.
Okay, that should be fun for, like,
As Wolfie the
endgame
Concierge
players,
likes to say,
especially.
When the brilliant golden glow of the treasure beckons, don't you hesitate. Just go open it.
Does he voice Wolfie too? Or is that just
I
an
don't know,
impression?
somehow I still didn't make him as cute as he actually is.
Oh,
Of
okay.
course, it'll take time for travelers to raise the necessary characters and understand how they fit into this new challenge. And I'm sure travelers are always looking for ways to get more primo gems.
I like how they put that disclaimer on the side, you know, with the weasel.
Each month, Imaginarium Theater will alternate.
So it's gonna
updates
refresh,
with
like the
Spiral
Abyss. Yep.
In addition, the total rewards that can be gained from
Okay.
the Spiral Abyss has been increased from 600 primo gems to 800 primo gems.
Yes!
Yeah. More information will be
Mwah.
available
Yes,
across Genshin
I'm so
Impact's
excited.
official social media accounts. So
Oh my
keep a lookout.
gosh.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Ooh, the background is changing.
Ooh, here we go, here
Let's
we
see
go.
what else.
Okay,
this
I'm
version
liking
has in
Clorinde's
store.
voice actress. She is.
Mutual
Just funny,
security
ad-libbing.
simulation. Huh. I see some hilly trails and
Oh,
ruin guards,
God.
so I'm assuming this is one of those monster fighting events.
Yes, sort of. Travelers
Okay.
won't be engaging monsters
at
directly.
those weapons.
Instead, they'll be able to command monsters to fight in a cooperative simulation.
Ooh.
Okay.
Monolith will be hosting a strategic war game to improve their understanding of security needs.
So is this kind of like Fort Condor a little bit, or like
from Mondstadt's Knights of Favonius, Inazuma's Yashiro Commission, Sumeru's Corps of 30, and Fontaine's Special Patrol. Their joint exercise is intended to improve military tactics across the continent.
Is it gonna be like RTS or like turn-based?
Sound really official. That was my official voice. I'm just doing my best. As I was saying, you can play 2 different kinds of scenarios in the event: assault scenarios and defense scenarios. As special representatives to the simulation, travelers will need to analyze enemy formations and deploy the best units for completing the challenge.
Or I guess this kind of reminds me of the fungi event, right?
Select your combat units and deploy them within your staging area. So once the scenario begins, the unit will automatically start attacking your opponents. So
they move by themselves. Okay.
I don't know if you can relax when these things are coming at you.
Kind of just like Pokemon or something, I guess. Or not Pokemon, but
I'm gonna give this a try.
Ooh, brave.
Yeah.
There's a lot of little games like this, where you just throw monsters into an arena and they kind of do their own thing.
No. Okay.
And you're just kind of like the manager,
Something important.
Or the trainer.
I know. But here, we can fix it now. Some types of combat units are more effective against others. Ranged units like hilly churl archers are vulnerable to melee units like Mida churls. But don't fret, you can turn a bad situation around if you choose the best units to tackle the opponents on the battlefield.
Just choose the best units, Zach.
Exact. Just choose.
This seems kind of fun. Like I like novelty. I like novel gameplay. So
in defense scenarios, you need to deploy units.
Sounds fun to change things up. You know what I mean?
We're attacking from multiple directions. So defeated enemy units.
Oh god, it's like tower defense or whatever.
Which can then be used to deploy additional combat units and frontline structures.
Cool.
As the unit's commander, travelers can use their leadership skills to create favorable conditions for their team. And if they're successful, then travelers can obtain various rewards from the Mutual Security Enhancing Simulation event. These rewards include
Let's see.
Primo Gems, a Crown of Insight, and
everyone's favorite stuff.
4-star bow, Cloud Forged.
Oh, gimme!
What's Cam and Cables of Law?
And next up, we're introducing another combat-related event, Endless Forms Most Martial.
Oh, okay. I'm guessing that this one is gonna test some different skills?
Yeah, you betcha. In the previous event, travelers only got to simulate combat, but the environment on a real battlefield is way more unpredictable. And that's why it's important to come up with
so what is this
tactics
one?
On the fly and take advantage of battlefield conditions.
Okay.
So, in Endless Forms Most Martial, travelers will have to defeat enemies according to the special rules of each stage.
This is like a typical combat event, We've seen like dozens of these iterations of this type of event,
And that is the only way to accumulate progress towards the
They
challenge.
can be kind of fun, but they're usually like really straightforward.
They'll be able to earn rewards.
I'm appreciating all these rewards.
Can't complain about that though,
So this is one of those challenges that requires you to strategize.
Indeedy. Oh, okay. Let's move on to our next event. I'm gonna try this announcer voice. Yeah. I've gotten a report about a loud boom that just went off in a rather unremarkable part of Fontaine.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, I like that news.
It's funny seeing Sigewinne's
shaped cannon.
character speaking with that voice,
Never fear, viewers. I wouldn't worry about it, actually. This
I kind of like it, actually.
modified by a Fontanian engineer. It's now just a toy cannon that you can use to fire hydro bullets. So why not have some fun with it?
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Why not indeed, if that's the case.
Okay, this looks
Travelers
fun.
will need to allocate energy to the cannon and choose the correct firing mode to destroy as many
I don't know. I
targets as
like these
possible
things just to
within the
like
time
blow
limit.
off some steam,
They'll even be
just
rewarded for their trouble.
Was there
something
ever a
different.
doubt?
Simple
In order
games.
to keep the event interesting, special types of
But we've
target
done
balls
stuff
will
like this
appear
before,
during the
you know.
challenge. They will produce different effects when they are destroyed. So be sure to check it out for yourselves in the new update.
You guys, that's my kind of old school arcade games, because I'm an old school. I'm just old. Anyway.
No.
That's funny. Okay, that's funny.
Next event takes place in the
Oh,
land
my
of
lord.
Mondstadt. Travelers will encounter a familiar light novelist who recently completed a new script.
That just reminded me of my
Travelers who
dad.
follow
Like that's the
her
kind of
script
games
will
that
be
he
able to
plays.
embark
You know
on
what
a
I mean?
wondrous journey of
Like a block
literature
breaker
and
type game or something really
And the
simple like
script will
that.
lead
You know.
travelers to mysterious locales where they will have the opportunity to earn rewards. That is.
Okay,
if
we've
they
seen
can
events
evade
like this
bullet curtain
before.
assaults from
Yeah, we've seen this type of
various
event before.
mechanisms and collect enough labyrinth coins. No big deal, you can do it.
Easy peasy. Wicked warlocks will also be scattered across the field. Ooh, alliteration. I like it. If if you defeat them. Then you can earn even more.
It's not super interesting, but again, I like to change up the gameplay a little bit, so it's nice to have these little mini games. Oh, that looks cool.
But hey, don't worry, travelers can take
like a
advantage
bullet
of
hell
adventure
almost, you know.
techniques to gain special buffs. So these buffs will make
Okay, I'm like kind of liking the way this looks.
You'll also be able to get rewards more easily if you're smart about how you use them.
That sounds great.
So great.
Speaking of strategies, the new version will be adding more updates
Oh
to the Genius
man, I'm so
Invocation
behind on
TCG.
Genius Invocation TCG now. Like,
Character cards, monster cards,
I used to pride
and
myself on
action
having all the
Also,
cards,
more
you know, but
NPCs will be
I'm like
ready
so
to
behind on it now, and I
challenge
kind of
travelers
like
in the open world. Oh,
stop caring as much.
Oh, well.
Take a challenge.
I just kind of wish they'd offer some like Primogem rewards for collecting all the character cards, you
That was
know.
a lot of information.
It would just sweeten the deal a
Let's
little
take
bit, make it
break
more.
while we take a look at the last redemption code. See you soon.
It would add some motivation to doing the TCG, you know. Oh, let's skip past this. All right, here we go. Last segment.
And we're back.
Welcome back, everybody.
We're back.
We're back.
Hello.
Welcome back to the version 4.7 special program. Looks like we completed this domain challenge.
Was there ever any doubt?
Piece of cake.
I think you'll find I am very, very pro.
Now it's time to tell everyone about the new optimizations in the latest update.
Yes, please.
Okay.
First up, the encounter point system for collecting daily commission rewards will now be unlocked at adventure rank 24.
I never use that
Hopefully
thing.
This helps
Like I
travelers
still
level up
just
more
do
quickly.
the
Nice.
commissions
And
and
now for
turn
some
them into
really
Catherine. So
exciting news. Travelers' max dressing will be increased from 160 to
okay, that's gonna get everybody excited. Come on, man.
Nice.
But you know you're gonna still have the people
You might notice from
complaining that you
video
don't get
version
the
4.7
reserve
will
power
have
like in
some
HSR,
other
but
optimizations. Be sure to check them out for yourselves in game.
okay, that's good for like, you know, newer players or more casual
All right,
players.
That looks like all the information we have to share today. Bye, travelers.
What?
Oh,
Just kidding.
wait.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
All right, what else is left?
Of course, I wouldn't sign off without giving you guys the chance to talk about your time here on the special program. How was it?
I have things to say. No, I'm so thrilled to join this amazing voice cast, and I'm excited for everyone to get to see Sigewinne in action and add her to your parties, I hope, and just see how cute she is with her little pills and her adorable little syringe. And, take it.
Oh my
God.
gosh.
Wait,
Thank you very much.
yeah, same here to everything that Sarah said. It's such an honor to join the cast. I'm so excited that Clorinde is finally coming out. I hope everyone has fun, like meeting her and learning more about her. And also, I'm really excited for these combat events. I don't know about you guys, but I've been playing this game and
Okay, so she
my
plays
favorite
the
thing is
game.
beating
Okay,
things up
I
in
like
this
voice actors who play the game.
No, me too.
love fighting these monsters.
And you guys, I have not been playing this game for years, and so while Dainsleif is a man of mystery, this game, so much of it is a mystery to me. And you guys were so welcoming today, and I learned so much. And I don't know, is this the thing that finally gets me to start playing?
Oh.
Are you guys a gateway?
Ooh.
Is that what
He's gonna be
just
playing
happened?
retro games still,
it.
like Pong and
Yeah,
stuff.
it's been absolutely awesome doing this
Galaga.
with you guys. I'm so excited
Oh, man.
for Imaginarium Theater, of course, all the
Tetris.
new characters, and the new Archon quest because I got some new voice lines.
Oh yeah.
Nice. Yeah, it's always exciting when the traveler finally
Awesome.
speaks,
Well, thanks
right?
for coming, guys, and
All right,
see
cool.
y'all in game.
All right, I'm pretty pumped about 4.7. It looks like we're getting a substantial update here. Is there anything else at the end? Doesn't look like it. Okay, what is this? Hold on. I just want to hear what this music is like. Oh, is that Natlan? Okay. So those are like the Saurians, right? That they were talking about in the recent event? Oh, okay. Like little dinosaur land, huh? Okay, I'm liking this music, man. It reminds me of like, God, like a certain SNES game or something. Obviously not in this like quality, you know, but like the overall vibe of it reminds me of like, God, what SNES game? I'm thinking of Cho and Mac or something. Just because it's like has dinosaurs and stuff. Damn, I like that jazz smooth, man. That's smooth right there. Oh man, that looks so cool. Damn, it's like the Land Before Time right there. Okay, I'm glad we stayed on. Okay, cool. All right, let me know what you guys think of that. I'm pretty hyped for 4.7 and for Natlan. Anyway, thanks again. Take care.